I would very much recommend Luken Memorial because of their knowledge of different stones and where they come from, that part of it. Very helpful, very patient, and it's during hard times usually when you're doing all of this. So, but from the design aspect, I just would really recommend them because they're willing to have you get the result that you had in your heart, that you wanted so badly for your loved ones, So I would recommend them because I feel that they went the extra mile. Yeah, it started several years ago. My mom and dad wanted to get a stone, so they came to see Rick, and I think my sister and her husband came with, and they picked out a stone and maybe shapes of stones and looked at that, and Rick thankfully took notes. And then my mom and dad asked me to draw their stone, which was such an honor. My sisters are all creative. I have 3 older sisters, but so I just felt it was an honor to do that. But we sort of set it aside, and then unfortunately my dad passed away and we had to revisit. So we came back, and thankfully Rick had good notes, and we just affirmed that we liked the stone and the shape, and he was careful to say this will look like this if you choose this, or this will look like that. And so that gave us ideas, and I went home and we all talked continually. It was a long process of all of us discussing, and we wanted to honor Mom's wishes. And so I just started drawing, and we all had ideas. And my dad was a musician performing with us. Music is a big part, so we thought guitar. And we actually loved the guitar design that we had. That was in a book, so we used that, and we put Precious Memories above that because that's our last CD that we did was that. So, and then we had to go to Mom, and she just couldn't think of anything that she did very special, So we thought, well, you were married 66 years and raised and nurtured your family, so a nest and a sister kind of talked to her. A nest and 4 eggs would represent her, So I started drawing that, and I think there were a lot of back and forth where I would send a design to Yankton and they would send it back. And then my sister and one of my sisters and I went to Yankton. We went to Yankton and actually talked to Scott, and there's so many fonts and decisions, and we just wanted it to be special. So he helped us know how it would be placed, as well as Rick did too. And then I went away that meeting knowing what would work and what wouldn't as far as a drawing, how a drawing would equate to a sculpture, really, that is just a one-sided sculpture for what we wanted. And then I just drew a more intricate design, and so appreciated. The last time I talked to Scott, he was so helpful, just like Rick was so helpful, but just sitting down, and we got in front of a computer, and he was very excited for us, and didn't have an ego about it because Scott is an artist. They all are, and I knew that going in but he does art all the time, sculptures all the time. So he actually put it all onto the computer so I could see, and he darkened areas that would be recessing, and he helped me. I had a couple design flaws, and he sort of helped me on the computer. And I went away just having pretty much the exact replica of what we would see. It was his idea. I had scrolling across the top, and it was his idea to carve away so the vine itself would be, the 3D type thing. And so it just got really exciting. And when you're doing something, it's not like you're drawing mom and dad a picture and they stash it under the bed and no one sees it. This is so permanent, and it's a big responsibility to honor your parents in this way, so just very important that, and we had such a good experience that we could come away with what all of us put in as far as ideas, and mom loved it, and then we could come out with this design that was honoring to them, and we loved it. We just really, really loved it.